Phishing. It's not just something you did with your grandpa growing up. Phishing is a way that cyber criminals and hackers trick a user into revealing sensitive information, specifically your data, such as contact information, passwords, and in the case of Trezor devices, your wallet backup. These days, phishing and scam attempts have become smarter and more dangerous thanks to AI, or artificial intelligence. As a Trezor user, protecting your crypto assets means staying ahead of evolving threats. In this video, we'll dive into how AI is fueling these new scams, and more importantly, what you can do to protect your wallet and increase security for yourself. First thing you need to understand is social engineering. At the core of most phishing attempts lies a technique called social engineering, which is where attackers manipulate the most vulnerable component in any security system, the human component. That's us. Social engineering can happen in any context in the world of technology. But generally speaking, losing your crypto holdings hurts a lot more than something like having your social media account compromised. A social engineer, which these scammers are often referred to as, manipulate human psychology, exploiting trust, fear, or urgency to trick you into sharing sensitive information or performing actions you typically wouldn't otherwise. Examples include making you reveal your Trezor wallet backup, or sharing a password, or driving you to click on a malicious link. More recently, these scams have become more sophisticated through the use of AI. Fake emails or live web chats can pose as customer support, and AI-generated phone calls can imitate real human beings. The newest methods are both convincing and personalized, all with the aim of stealing your assets. Some of the most common roles assumed by social engineers include AI support technicians, a business partner, or in our case, a Trezor support agent. Within the scope of crypto, this kind of outreach can come via an email, a DM on social media, WhatsApp, and so on. Almost no form of communication is off limits, so stay alert. That brings us to the role of AI in phishing scams. What's made phishing more dangerous in recent times is the use of AI. Attackers can now use AI tools to generate very convincing fake emails, websites, and even deep-faked videos of trusted individuals. Let's look at a couple recent trends in social engineering. Generative AI. This allows scammers to use AI to create personalized messages at scale, increasing the chances of successful phishing campaigns. As I stressed before, these tactics bypass traditional security defenses and exploit the most vulnerable part of the system, your trust. Deepfake technology. This involves the use of machine learning to create highly realistic but entirely fabricated images, audio, and video content. This can be particularly effective when impersonating trusted figures or inventing scenarios that manipulate targets into divulging sensitive information or granting unauthorized access to something. At the time of this video, we're seeing more and more AI bots that are capable of having real-time phone calls with people. Here's an example of how good this technology sounds now. As you can see, I'm not even needed to create a false impression of myself. Requests that are unsolicited or out of the blue. Think of this as that odd email you might have come across asking for sensitive information, access to your account, or assistance with something unusual. For Trezor users, this could look like an unexpected email claiming to be from Trezor support, asking you to verify your account by entering your wallet backup, also known as a recovery seed, due to a security issue. Always be cautious with any such messages, and remember that no Trezor employee will ever, under any context, ask for your wallet backup. Urgent requests. Scammers often create a sense of urgency, like telling you your account is at risk or that your funds are frozen. This kind of pressure is designed to make you act quickly, with the goal of bypassing the typical security protocols. Adding time pressure to a decision-making process is a bit of a psychological hack, with the goal of circumventing the brain's ability to make logical choices, which obviously makes someone more prone to making a mistake. Fear and urgency typically work together to create a high-stress environment to make you feel like you have to act immediately. Unverified sources or contacts. Be very wary of emails or messages from unfamiliar addresses. This feels like an obvious one until you get hit with a well-written message that taps into a specific interest or want. Always double-check the source, meaning the email or website address, before clicking any links. Requests for sensitive information. Receiving an unsolicited request asking you to grant access to your personal or confidential data on third-party apps or sites is a definite red flag, but it's not always easy to detect. A relatively recent version of this tactic involves an agent on the phone informing you ahead of time that you're about to receive a push notification on your device. All right, I'm sending a code to your phone now. Just go ahead and read that off to me when you can. These numbers are almost always the two-factor authentication code that they need after entering your username and password on a website for an account. As you can see, these are sleek, manipulative practices that are even more difficult to recognize in an emotionally charged situation. Emotional manipulation. Watch out for messages that play on fear, excitement, or sympathy. Common tactics here include threats of legal action and promising huge rewards. Either one is a big red flag. Inconsistencies or errors. Historically, these have been some of the most common alarm bells. Errors and unusual language have long been some of the more obvious signs of scammers. Today, however, AI tools assist with language correction, making this trait harder than ever to detect. Just the fact that you're aware of these improvements in the first place already puts you in better shape to defend against it. One rule of thumb hasn't changed, however. If something feels off, it probably is. So how do you protect yourself from these scams as a Trezor user? As a Trezor user, you can follow a few simple but very important steps. Never share your wallet backup, also known as a recovery seed. We can't stress this enough, and we'll be repeating it everywhere, forever. Your wallet backup is the key to your crypto assets. If anyone gets a hold of it, they have open access to your funds. No one, not even Trezor support, will ever ask for it. Keep it offline and secure. Verify communications. Always double check any communication you receive. If it seems urgent or suspicious, contact Trezor support directly via our official website to verify its authenticity. Enable added security elements on your Trezor wallet. This is PIN protection, passphrases, and more. If you're looking to learn more on these, we have videos covering them. Stay educated. Keeping yourself updated and relevant means you're always passively prepared for these kinds of situations. Cyber criminals are always evolving, and staying vigilant can keep your assets safe. AI may have made phishing scams more sophisticated, but with the right knowledge and tools, you can outsmart them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.